put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning,
Viewers, welcome back this morning to the Tobago Updates Morning Show. We are chatting this morning with Esther Ali, the director of the Palm Star Promotion. This morning she's on the program to chat with us on the second annual National Spelling and Vocabulary Challenge. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you. Good morning to Tobago.
Any opportunity to be in Tobago, yes?
Yes, any opportunity. And the greatest opportunity is to help educate the future leaders of our nation in Tobago this weekend.
So it's good to have you. Now, before we get into what's happening with the second challenge, Spelling and Vocabulary Challenge,
sure.
Let's talk a little bit about the first one and what it was like.
Okay. It was held in 2020 during COVID time. It was in a collaboration with Lime Radio at that time. And we got some sponsors involved. And we said, let's educate the children. And one of our directors said, let's do spelling. And we jumped at the opportunity. We went to Dairy, we went to Charon's bookstore, we went to Possad's the Food King, and a few other people who came on board, and we had it at Trinity Mall and Passage to Asia. At that time, qualifying was done over the radio, via phone. And when the students qualified, we brought them into semifinals and then grand. We had like 60 students into it. It did very well, and then COVID got worse, and we went down. I was a part of it, and then I said to myself, let me do something that is different, because Palm Star is into event management and promotion. All right? Beside writing marketing strategies that complement it. So through prayer, I said, okay, I'll do spelling again, and then, the Lord said to me, you need to do it a bit different. You go with vocabulary. So I'm doing spelling and vocabulary. And last year I did spelling and vocabulary in Trinity Mall, and it was COVID time again. And we had 107 students registered in the height of COVID, and we were thrilled. We broke it down to 89 because some of the kids developed the virus during that time, and we were very sorry. But it did very well. We had children from the ages of 10 to 12 at that time. This time we are having children from 8+ to 12+, where we break it down into standards this time. It's not just anybody. It's standard 3, 4, and 5 based on your age category. And spelling at that time, we had a lot of nervous kids, a lot of frightened kids. Our judges, our staff was welcoming to the children, loving, caring, just as the passion that I have, they have. And I handpick all my judges and my team players and everything that I do. So there's a family love that a child will stand up there and freeze, and Auntie Esther will come from the back and hug up the child and comfort the child.
Just what they need, yes.
Yes, and the judges will do the same, come off of their chairs and comfort the children. Last year we gave tablets, we gave hampers. Some of the sponsors we had last year came back with us, which is our major sponsor this year and last year, which is Charon's Bookstore and Caribbean Airlines. We had Dairy for maths, because this is not the only thing we do. We don't only do spelling, we do maths. We had maths in October. We had Super Cow for spelling last year. We had NATCO, Quality Roofing, which is companies in Trinidad and in Tobago. We had quite a few small companies as well. This year, we are happy to say, we've got quite a few sponsors, and sponsors that we did not expect, but most of them give the aspect of sponsorship in terms of tokens for the children. And these events cost a lot. This time in Tobago, we had 104 students, and we broke down to 94. And that is going to take place tomorrow. In Trinidad, we have over 160 students registered.
Wow. So tell us, what is, in terms of the competition, that first leg of the competition.
Okay, the first leg of the competition, the students are given 3 words: a word to spell, a word to give the meaning of, and a word to put in the proper context of a sentence. It must not be a phrase, it must not be a comment, it mustn't be a one-word sentence. It must be a complete sentence. When you move from preliminary, you go into qualifying, where we add a 4th category, which is local words. Please do not be afraid, young people. My children, do not be afraid. The local words are Tobago words in Tobago. Okay, it's not going to come from Kutisi, Kutala. It's Tobago dialect. I did my research. I got Tobago dialect words. So nobody is supposed to be afraid of this. In the qualifying round, we take 25 students from the morning session of the 94 students, and we bring them to the qualifying in the afternoon. From that, we pull 3 children, which we will bring to Trinidad for the grand final in June. In Trinidad, we are having the event on the 20th, the 27th, and the 3rd of June at Trinity Mall. So the students will be asked with their parent or guardian to be at the grand final on the 3rd of June.
All right. Now, this is happening tomorrow.
Tomorrow at Lowlands Mall, registration starts at 7 a.m. sharp. Folks, please, because the number of students and the number of questions will be given to the children. The words are coming from your syllabus. It's not coming out of a hat.
Right.
Like some parents call and say, Auntie Esther, I ain't get words, my child can't study. I said, what standard is your child in? This is standard 3 or 4 or 5 respectively. We will let you know it is coming from your curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like we have to give you 20 or 30 words and say, learn it. It defeats the purpose.
Right.
The intention is to show your child's capability, and where your child falls short, do not condemn them, please, and teachers do not condemn them. Help enhance them so that next time around, they are more advanced. We do not prevent any child from repeating competitions with us. Our intention is to have 6 competitions that these children take part in from standard 3 to standard 5, which is spelling and maths competitions.
All right.
And we are thankful for all the support we have gotten in Tobago from the schools. We got assistance from St. Michael's Anglican, Delaford Primary, Signal Hill Government, who has been very instrumental, the principal in our part,
Yeah.
and members of the fraternity within the teaching sector, those who has come forward, we appreciate it. And we have local judges from Tobago. Please, folks, do not feel that it's a Trinidad thing and you're bringing only Trinidad judges. We have 2 judges from Trinidad. One is an adjudicator that works along with the team, and then we have a senior judge. So the other judges will get accustomed and familiar themselves into these sessions. So next time around, I don't need to bring anybody from Trinidad.
Yeah, and I'm sorry that we even have to speak on that issue of, judges from Trinidad and don't feel that they're,
I know a lot of parents were like, so you're bringing your judges from Trinidad. I'm like, no, darling, they are not the ones making up the time to do the questions. The questions and the words are being asked by Tobago judges. We have a senior judge there for guidance, and we have a senior judge there as an adjudicator. Some of our sponsors are Caribbean Airlines. Thanks to all our sponsors, Caribbean Airlines, Charon's Bookstores, Royal Castle, Quality Roofing, Dairy in Tobago. We have Viola's, Natco, Quality Roofing, AJ Medical, also out of Tobago. We have Trinity Mall, Mobile. Under the AS Bryden Group, we have Columbina, Bond, Bridge, Tang, Chocolisto, Eve, Pat and Max, Country Pride, Farmerton Kiddie, and Eastern Credit Union. Now, folks, let me give you all a little teaser. We're going to have mascots there for kids to take photo ops with. We're going to have sampling. It's not just a competition. It's a family outing.
Right. So parents can take the time to be there with the children.
The thing is to bond with your children and students, to bond with their fellow students and their teachers out of the school.
Yes.
It builds a family bond, and it goes a long way that children recognize me even though I have on a mask. Auntie Esther, well, is next competition. Or they will hear you mention in October, I said I was having spelling in Tobago, and children called me from Trinidad recently. It's like, Auntie Esther, you ain't going to Tobago? We could go to Tobago.
I think they want to trip over.
Exactly.
They want to trip.
They are happy that they could be involved in something, and their fellow students in Tobago could enjoy what they enjoy. Because we have fabulous prizes. We have certificates of participation that I give to every participant in Tobago and Trinidad. I have tablets that I give to top winners. I have medals. I have hampers. Many things to give to these kids. But most important, parents, you have your own competition to do tomorrow as well. You all have 3 words to give me: word of meaning, word to spell, and word in the correct context, because I have hampers to give away to the top 6 parents.
Wow.
It's going to be wonderful. It's a wonderful day of education, learning, and building relationships. Please come out, even though you did not register your child and you feel your child can make it. I will do the registration on the spot and give the child the opportunity.
All right. Thank you so much, Auntie Esther. I have an Auntie Esther that I love dearly. Thank you so much, Auntie Esther Ali, for being on the program with us. And it's all happening tomorrow at the Lowlands Gulf City Mall.
From 7 a.m.
That's right. So bring them out. And it's a good opportunity for our boys and girls. Let them get their feet wet. Standard 3, 4, and 5?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. And give us a quick number for persons to call for more information.
471-2604. You can call me at any time.
All right, and there you go. And the flyer is on social media. It is on their Facebook page. You can check them out for some more information. All right, you can see who are some of the sponsors and some of the prizes that can be won and the dates as well. That's very important. Very important. The dates and locations throughout Trinidad and Tobago. So all the best to our boys and girls who are going to be going out there tomorrow. Just before we go to the next interview, just to remind you here that Jesus Rally is on tomorrow. That is Saturday the 6th. And it starts from 10 a.m. Now, two legs or two locations of the rally. So one starts in the east and one starts at the west. In the east at the Delaford Community Center. In the west at the stadium, the Dwight York Stadium. I almost said Sidbury. The Dwight York Stadium. All right, that's west. And they both start at 10 a.m. Remember, the theme this year is Rejoice, O Land. It's happening, and that's the theme for 2023. Well, viewers, lots more coming up.
Can I make one comment?
Yes.
Before you cut. I would like to also say thanks to courts who came on last minute with us to give tokens to the children, and also to Detour for providing my team with their polo shirts, and their support over the years has been much appreciated.
Thank you so much. And that's the love and support they're coming to you from Auntie Esther.
Thank you, darling.
All right. Coming up next, viewers, coming up next on our program, we will be chatting with Michael Duncan and George Walcott, and they both represent the Green Thumb Organic Farmers Market, and they'll tell us a lot more about it and what's happening this weekend. So viewers, share the live, share the live, share the live.
Finish?